Hello everybody, my name is Jad. Welcome to another MLB 9 Innings 20 video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to install a new Android 4 emulator so that way you guys can use Nox to run the farming for 9 Innings 20. Because if you guys have used your old emulators with the new update 5.0.2, you'll notice that when you try to log in it says you're using an emulator, please close the device. And it'll just force close it anyway. It doesn't care if you press OK, it'll just do it anyway. So as you guys can see here, it's going to load up real quickly, and it's going to tell us that my Android 5 emulator is not acceptable. But fortunately for us, we have a workaround. I'm not sure who found this out, although somebody in my club told me about this, and then it showed up on Reddit. But it's pretty sweet. It's enabled us to reuse our old emulators again. So it says, game appears to be running on an emulator. Please restart the game and using a mobile device. Well, okay, that's not going to happen. So let me just close this real quickly. So what you're going to do is you guys are going to open up your Nox multi-drive thing here on your desktop. Do not click Add Emulator, because if you click Add Emulator, it will make a new Android 5 emulator, because that is basically its default. So you're going to click the three dots in the bottom right, click on Android 4, and it's going to unlock a new emulator for you. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just change some of these settings so that way it doesn't take up too much memory on my computer. You can run on these settings just fine. These are very good settings. I also usually run on a mobile phone, but for this, I want it to be a little bigger so that way you guys can see. Alright, so we're going to launch it, and then we are going to go to the Play Store, and we're going to go download our game. It's really funny. I've noticed that it's actually up on the search rankings basically because I think everyone's re-downloading it to go make their new emulators. And if you think about the fact that every player basically, like, who uses emulators has a bunch of them. I have 4. There's players in our club that have upwards of 14, 16 of them, which is crazy to me, but those guys can do whatever they want to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to go here. You can do App Center, you can do Play Store. It doesn't really matter. I use the App Center just because that's what I do. Come up here. As soon as it actually lets me type things in, sometimes it doesn't let me. It takes a little while to load. It's right here on search ranking, as you can see. Everyone's re-downloading it, so it's probably on search ranking right now. So click on that. It's going to pull this up. I open it with Play Store just once. And then you're going to add an existing account. Alright, block all of this stuff out. Okay, sign in. It's gonna, you gotta accept the Google Play Terms of Service, yada yada yada, sign in. Then you have to, I have to do this with a browser because I have two-step verification on my account, so I'm not sure if you guys are gonna have to do this, but this is what I do with my account. There's my message. Okay. Yep, signing in. I did just sign in. Thanks, phone. I'm not sure how important this stuff is to back up your data to your Google account, but I just don't like to mess with it. I like to just leave it alone. And then you just install the game. Yep. Install it. It doesn't take too long. Yeah, I already got it. Sometimes it takes a little while. Alright, so that's downloading. A lot of the stuff is really just waiting around for it to download, unfortunately. It's the same for installing every emulator. Every single one, you're going to be doing the same exact thing. If you guys open it with the browser, I've found that it will bring it to a Play Store window, and it will say, hey, you've already got this installed on other devices, and it won't recognize this device as the one you're trying to install it, so you basically need to open it with the Play Store. I'm not sure why, but that's just the way it works. Alright, looks like it's finishing up. The worst part about all of this is probably the wait time. Like, the first times you guys have to download this, you basically need to install the full game. You're going to be sitting through a couple 100 megabyte patch the first time you do this, so unfortunately, it's just not the most efficient thing in the world. It's why it kind of sucks to make new emulators. I really don't like to mess around with it too often just because it takes forever. But as you guys will see, despite the fact that on Android 5, I'm on Android 4. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's kind of really small in the top left corner next to the 6.6.0.5 over there. I'm not sure what that account. I'm not sure what that message just said. That was really weird. Yep, that's my name on Google. Yep, there it is. Gonna have to block that out too. So many sensors going on in this. But for some reason it works, and we're hoping that it's going to stay like this. I'm not too sure, honestly, but for the moment, this is really nice, and I'm going to try to take as much advantage of this as I can, and I would suggest that you guys take as much advantage of it as you can before anything changes. So as soon as it verifies the file information, I'm going to have to download probably the 600 megabyte patch that always looms over this. 504 megabytes, okay. Now, if you were using an Android 5 device, this part would just not be... It would have already told you you're using an emulator, so you wouldn't even get to install the patch. It would just crash you out immediately. So I'm going to cut this here, and I'm going to come back as soon as it's all done, because I can't really find a way to talk for 6 minutes. I feel like I've said everything I need to say, and I'll see you guys when this is done updating.
2 hours later.
Okay, so it is almost done here, so it should finish itself up pretty quickly. So the last thing that I would suggest that you guys do, basically, is to come up here on the settings, and what I like to do is I like to... Where is the option down here? Performance settings? Yeah, it's on performance settings. What I like to do is I like to go down to mobile phone under my resolution settings and set it to the bottom right one, just because I don't like having this gigantic window, and plus I'm convinced that that might cut down on your video card stress, so that's what I like to do, because I can also fit them into smaller windows. I don't have to worry about having this thing like take over my screen, so that's what I do. So this is all done, and there you go. That is everything you need to do. All you need to do is all finished up. Hive log in, and I just log in with my Google account. You guys can use Facebook, Google. It doesn't really matter what you guys use. Whatever you use, just be consistent with it across all platforms. Now, the only thing that I would like to say as the last thing is I don't want you guys to freak out when you go to League Mode and you click on it and says, hey, you have to reset League Mode, because every League Mode is independent to your device. So every single one, there's only one. The data is stored locally. So essentially, you can't carry your league over from device to device. You have separate seasons for every device. It does not, they don't cross over. So every time you go to league mode, you have to reset it to the current league year, and then I just come down and do postseason wildcard, and then off to the races. And then that's your new emulator, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's it. If you guys have any questions, leave them me down in the description. I will answer you guys as fast as I possibly can, and then good luck with your farming. Good luck. Take advantage of this while you guys can, because I'm not sure if they're going to change anything or what. I'm not sure if they can fix this. I really don't know. But for the time being, this works, so I'm going to take a lot of advantage of this as much as I can. So if you guys like the video, if you want to leave it a like, and if you guys want to leave me a subscription to see my next videos, I'll have a video out in a couple of days. We got a bunch of packs here. We'll be doing all of that stuff, and we'll be doing Team Select 6 and all that stuff, and it's going to be awesome. Anyway, you guys, thanks you. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.